the evolution of corporate giants, strategies, endurance, triumph, and personal life. Millennium Leaders 2002.
പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട സൂര്യ ടി വി പ്രേക്ഷകർക്ക് മില്ലേനിയം ലീഡേഴ്സിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. ലോക പ്രശസ്തമായ മലേഷ്യ ആസ്ഥാനമായി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന DXN എന്ന മൾട്ടിനാഷണൽ കമ്പനിയുടെ ചെയർമാൻ ഡോക്ടർ ലിം സ്യൂച്ചിനാണ് ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ അതിഥി. അദ്ദേഹത്തോട് ഇനി അല്പസമയം വേൾഡ് മാർക്കറ്റ് ട്രെൻഡ്സിനെ കുറിച്ച് നമുക്ക് സംസാരിക്കാം. Welcome to Millennium Leaders, Dr. Lim. It's a privilege to have you here, sir.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Now, you are a citizen of Malaysia.
Yes, yes.
And I've been told that you have a very healthy business relationship with India right now.
Yes, yes.
But apart from business, are you in any way connected to our country?
Yeah, apart from business, actually, in many ways, you can say that I am closely related to India. First of all, the religion that I believe in, Buddhism, is coming from India. So even until today, our day-to-day chanting of the text, sometimes we chant in Pali, also in Sanskrit, you know.
Is that so?
Yeah, these are things. So secondly, I was graduate from this IIT Kharagpur in 1984. So it's a product of India, in a sense. So thirdly, in Malaysia, even in our day-to-day language, so many of the roots were also from Sanskrit. So actually, in many ways, I'm related to India.
Well, it's very nice to know that. Now, at which point of your life, or should I say of your college education, did you decide that you wanted to branch off to entrepreneurship? Because as I know, you were pursuing a technical study career.
Yes.
Now, at which point did you decide that you wanted to become independent?
Yeah. Actually, from the very beginning, I'm very much interested in these herbs, because basically my father is a herbalist. So it's more or less like what do you call a family business. So during my early days, so my father always bring me around to the fields to study herbs and also this mushroom. So from the very early day of my even before I joined the college, I already having some study in that. So after graduated from this thing, of course I started up as a as a technical person, engineer. Right. But meantime, I also make a lot of studies in herbs, also in mushroom, especially mushroom.
Right.
Then in my state, where the place where I coming from, Kedah state, so we have a vast area of these tropical jungles. So in the jungles there, we can find about a few thousand types of mushroom inside, you know. So Ganoderma is one of them. Okay. So I have made a lot of study on that thing. Then eventually in 1993, so beginning it is a hobby, you know, more like hobbies, studies and everything. Then in 1993, I started to form it into entrepreneurship. Right. So from that time, I more or less shifted from this technical, area to this entrepreneurship. But it's not a shifting actually, you know. Actually, it's a continuous study all the way.
I see.
It's just a chain of the way we approach. To our life, Right.
So, apart from your father being a herbalist, of course, is there a reason that this particular field attracted you?
Yes, of course. Because many times I went to the villages in Malaysia, so I find that the medical system in villages, of course, it's not that advanced. So for the health of the people there, these are traditional medicines, these are local medicines, or the herbs from these organic matters from the fields, from the jungle, is very important for the health of the villages, no? Okay. So that is part of my study. So one of the reasons why we expand this throughout the world is that we feel that there must be a time for us to go back to nature, something from the nature, the gift of nature.
Very true.
So we study on that, we give it back to nature. So we always tell people, we are not giving anything new actually to this thing. We just collect the thing from nature and we distribute it back to the society again. So that's one of the main reasons. So we can bring these good products to all the people.
DXN, as I've come to know what your company is called. What is this about? How do you put your company in a nutshell?
Yeah, that is an interesting question. Yeah, the word DXN, of course, there is a meaning in that, you know. It's from the Chinese word Te Sin.
Is that so? Okay.
Yeah. Te mean morality, Sin mean trustworthy. So as you know, whenever we do, we must be right from the very beginning. So I think morality is the first thing that we must have. So once you do the thing right, people will have trust in us. So that is the whole concept of DXN.
That is excellent. That's a very good work ethic.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Now, although you did give us a prelude, can I just get you to give us a brief description about DXN's product range?
Oh, the product range, huh? So basically, the DXN products we classify into three different groups.
Okay.
First is the health product, represented by this RG and GL.
Right.
This Resigano and this Ganoderma.
Right.
Then the second group is beverage.
Right.
Like we have a Lindsay coffee, we have this Spicati, and this Cocozi, Foco.
Right.
Then the third category is cosmetic and daily appliances, just like toothpaste, shampoo, body shampoo, and this beauty soap.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. What would be the main ingredients of DXN's products?
Yes, the main ingredient is this Ganoderma. Ganoderma. So most of our products actually we contain this this ingredient.
Right.
Yeah.
Ganoderma, you said.
Ganoderma, yes, yes.
Could you explain?
Yes, Ganoderma is actually a Latin name for a type of mushroom. A type is the edible mushroom.
It's an edible mushroom.
Edible mushroom.
Right.
And there are many names to this mushroom, no? Like in Chinese they call it Lindsay, and in Japanese they call it reishi. Is a thing.
Okay.
So it's a very nutritious and a very what they call potent type of mushroom. And in Oriental, it has been used for more than 3,000 years.
Really?
Yeah, for this for food and so for medicines.
So I guess there's the obvious advantage of having Ganoderma as an ingredient of your product. But apart from that,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, as you know, customers all over the world are
Yes, yes.
faced with a variety of health products.
Yes, yes, yes.
Why would we want to choose DXN's products?
Yes, that's an interesting question. Of course, in the market now, there are so many health products around. Only thing is that we ask the basic questions, you know, why a person is having health problem.
Right.
And in our opinion, a person is having problem, no, is due to two basic reasons. No. First, there is a toxin in the body. Secondly, the body is out of balance. So we concentrate our in our study is to cleanse the body and to balance back. In that aspect, Ganoderma is excellent. It's excellent in that aspect. So the fruit bodies of Ganoderma is very good for cleansing the body, and the mycelium or the Ganoderma is very good for balancing back. So I think that is the distinct advantage of choosing Ganoderma.
Now forgive me if I sound intrusive, but you seem a very healthy man.
Yes,
Do you use DXN's products?
Yes, yes, I use it for the past 15 years.
Do you?
Yes, yes. Every day we are using the products. Yeah.
Very interesting and reassuring, should I say.
Yes, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Yeah.
Now, I've come to know within my limited scope of general knowledge that a lot of Chinese products contain heavy metals within them.
Yeah, there's
Now, DXN's products, do you have any of those, or are there any artificial ingredients that you would want the people to know about?
Yeah, yeah. No, first of all, a few clarification, a few things I need to explain. You see, first we are the believer in these natural products.
Right.
So we are using this organic planting. We do not use any chemical fertilizer.
Okay.
We never use any insecticide, weedicides, or even hormones.
Right.
And we even have a certification of ISO 14001
Excellent.
for environmental friendly on that. This thing, the first thing. Secondly, now we're coming to heavy metal. Okay, Ganoderma by itself, it cannot produce metals in itself, no. So if there's any heavy metal, it must be introduced. I quote an example. About 4 or 5 years ago, Ganoderma from China is banned in Singapore and is banned in this in Brunei.
Why is that so?
Yeah, because I think during their cultivation, they apply a lot of insecticide or weedicide. So they plant it on the ground. So they use insect control by insecticide and weedicide. So by applying this insecticide and weedicide, as you know, both of these, they're using this heavy metal as an ingredient. So actually, the problem is not with the heavy metals. It's a problem is which technology you are using. Are you using organic planting or using inorganic? So if you are using a natural way, there's no worry about this heavy metals or this thing. So in our products, there's strictly no additive. There's only 100% natural.
So is that to say DXN's products are 100% safe and healthy?
Yes, yes, exactly. So like I told you a few years ago, so the Ganoderma from China is banned in Singapore, it's banned in Brunei, but our DXN products can go in smoothly because all the tests on heavy metal, we have passed the test. There's no heavy metal in it. I still remember one case when I'm in this Hong Kong. So they say do not consume Ganoderma because Ganoderma contain arsenic, farm fish, So that product also from China. So I started to explain to them. They say even though my origin is Chinese, but you cannot take my product as a Chinese product, you know, because the product is from Malaysia. It's a Malaysian product, you know. So our way of cultivations, even our philosophy, our way of management is quite different from China. So should not classify them as a one classification.
Right. So coming back to Ganoderma, you told me it's an edible mushroom.
Mushroom,
Now, people including myself, we have an apprehension about mushrooms.
Yes,
because a lot of species within mushrooms are poisonous, and even edible mushrooms seem to have a side effect in the long run. Nothing like that for Ganoderma?
So I think there's an interesting question. You see, mushroom basically is a mini, phyto factory, you know.
Right.
A single mushroom may have 200 to 300 active elements.
Really?
But basically, we classify mushroom into two broad categories, edible and non-edible. Okay, non-edible, of course, they contain some poisonous mushroom. But those edible mushroom, like this button mushroom, like oyster mushroom, like shiitake, and also like the milk mushroom and Ganoderma, so they are under this safe edible group. So you can consume for a long time, there won't be any side effect on that. And on top of that, actually, scientists have studied Ganoderma for more than 50 years.
Right.
So they have been studied to to feed this Ganoderma to many animals like these mice and everything.
Right.
So we study the long-term effect on kidney and liver and everything. And we found that not only that it would not have any adverse effect on liver and kidney, but actually it can regulate and maintain it in a good condition. And DXN, we also made a lot of this toxicity tests on this thing. So we put two groups of these animals. One group we feed with this Ganoderma, another group we put a control group. So after study, we find that the group that is consuming Ganoderma live much longer.
Really?
50% or 100% longer than the other groups. Secondly, so we do some autopsy,
right,
to take the slices from the liver and from the kidney and examine under microscope. So those taking Ganoderma are free from parasites, are free from this black dot and everything. Those who do not take Ganoderma, sometimes you can see parasites and some accumulation of toxin. So actually, to say that Ganoderma is harmful to liver and kidney is unfounded. This is the thing.
So have the results been the same in the case of humans as in animals?
Yes. Human, you see, we are not started to consuming Ganoderma lately, you know. Ganoderma has been consumed for more than 3,000 years.
Is that so?
And in DXN, we already have 15 years of history, you know. Started from this thing, consumption on this thing. Even in the market, we already more than 10 years. So there are many people who consume the Ganoderma for the past 10 or 15 years. So we have a very healthy body. So when you go for medical checkup, nothing is wrong with the body. So there is a long standing, there's a long test on that. I think it's quite safe to take in long term.
Now, from the very limited research I have done prior to this interview, I've come to know that there is wild Ganoderma and then there is DXN zone Ganoderma. Is there a difference?
There is a difference. You see, when Ganoderma basically is a reproduction organs of this mushroom, the fruit's body. So all the nutrition is stored in the spores. So we must collect the Ganoderma when the spore is just ripe before it's dispersed to the surrounding. The problem with wild Ganoderma, many of the spores already dispersed out. So we only having the fibers, is one thing. So the therapeutics or the effects of nutrition is not that good. Secondly, wild Ganoderma, sometimes contaminated. Some fungus or some these poisonous fungus may symbiosis or may live on top of it. So that's quite harmful to the human body. So if we cultivate it in an organic way, so in a controlled way, so it will be much more hygienic. Is one thing. Then we can harvest the Ganoderma at the time when the spore is just ripe. So to have the maximum potency for the products.
So is there a processing phase between the cultivation of Ganoderma and the actual supply of the product?
Yeah. So actually Ganoderma, to cultivate Ganoderma until the market range, there are three phases. First is the spawn, preparation of spawn, I mean the seeding, this thing using a tissue culture. So after that we put into the bags, poly bags and everything. So we cultivate, it takes about 90 days for maturity. So after that we harvest the Ganoderma, we must go for this dehydration, put it into a dehydration chamber, this thing. So low temperature dehydration, then we crush the Ganoderma using this crusher. Now we must understand, when we consume Ganoderma, we do not consume the whole Ganoderma. We only want the spores and
I
some
see,
active
okay.
ingredients. Because spores is what they call most of the nutrition.
Nutritious part.
Yeah, is inside it. So we crush the Ganoderma,
Right.
we put into a centrifugal machine, churn it at a high speed. So the spore will float in the middle. So
I get
those,
it.
those fiber will go to the side. So we
Okay.
extract it out, then we grind and put into capsule.
Okay.
So this technology have two salient features. First, we do not use any heat from the beginning to the end. We do not use any heat. Secondly, we do not use any solvent. We do not use this water and this what they call and also alcohol as a solvent. Just now you remember about heavy metals.
Yeah,
Heavy metals. Yeah. Now there's one more problem of this heavy metals. No, is the technology of extraction.
True.
Yeah, you see some company they're using this double boiling system. First they put Ganoderma into water,
Right.
they extract it with water,
Right.
then they put the evaporator to evaporate away the water. Now the problem is not with Ganoderma but with the water. Sometimes the water is contaminated. So when you evaporate away the water, the what they call the impurities of the water become concentrated and concentrated. So eventually you have very high content of this metal and
Right.
minerals. So that is the main problem.
So yours is not the only company using Ganoderma as a health product right now.
Yes. So I think in the market, in Malaysia alone, there are more than these 20 companies.
Using Ganoderma.
Yeah, using a Ganoderma.
Right.
But many of them using this double boiling method, you know.
I
So I think that is already outphased technology.
Right.
Even in advanced country like America and Europe, they no longer use this technology
Right.
because of the problem with the water.
Right.
This is a thing. Then secondly, many of these company they just dry the Ganoderma using high temperature. Then they just grind it and put into this capsule without extraction. So that is also not satisfactory.
Right.
So using this extraction technique, using this organic cultivation technique, I think DXN we are the only company using this technology.
I see.
Yes.
So from what you have told me, can I take it that Ganoderma is actually a preventive herbal medicine and it doesn't cure anything as such?
Exactly. Actually, we cannot claim any cure of any health products. Actually, that's a wrong claim. You see, this Ganoderma cannot cure any disease. No?
Right.
But why some people after taking Ganoderma, they have a good health? You see, we call that there is what we call this indirect way. So Ganoderma cleanse the body, it balance back the body.
Right.
So we have a good ecosystem in the body. So when the body is in a balanced state, so this naturally the disease will be overcome. So it is the body that overcome the disease, not Ganoderma.
So the effects of Ganoderma will be the same for people all over the world, regardless of the climate, the conditions, the environment?
Yes, exactly. DXN, we have promoted our products for more than 20 countries.
Okay.
And we have branches in about 16 countries.
Excellent.
So we have promoted in Southeast Asia, in South Asia here, also in Arab country, even in Europe, also in this America. So the same phenomena, the same good results is all over the world. We can have, it's good for all people actually.
So I take it that you're confident about DXN's success in India?
Yeah, I'm quite confident in a way. So actually, I'm always joking with the people here.
Okay.
So I'm not bringing anything new to India because
Right.
India has such a vast cultural heritage and everything. So actually, I have studied some of the Chinese texts. He mentioned that maybe India is one of the earliest country in the world to use mushroom.
Okay.
There's this other thing. So what do you call? Then of course it's my cultural and emotional link to India. So that's why we put a lot of effort in India.
Right.
So to hopefully that we can get a good success in India.
So do you plan to cultivate Ganoderma in India for your own use?
Yes, actually for your information, so we already started as an investor in India. So we have purchased a piece of land in Pondicherry, about
okay?
about 18 acres.
Okay.
So we are going to set up a composite, what they call this agro-pharmaceutical industry.
Right.
So our first phase of factory actually is already completed. So we due to complete, I think in 1 or 2 months time.
Okay.
So we have started our production in India.
Okay.
And not only cater for Indian market,
Right.
we also from India we may export to the South Asias like Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and also to Africa, maybe eventually to Europe also from India.
So having known that you have started a plant in India, at least you have started the plans for
Yes,
putting up a plant in India, would that mean employment for more Indians?
Yeah, of course, definitely. Actually, not to say the plant, even until today, there are about 300,000 members already joined DXN.
Excellent.
And many of them actually take this as a full-time jobs.
Okay.
I think it's about 50 or 60,000 of them taking it as a full-time job. So actually, what we are doing is not a purely business venture. Actually, we brings in the technology of doing business. So we teach the people, even the rural people, how to do business and everything. Of course, free of charge. Now we teach them how to do business.
Right.
Secondly, when we set out the plants, so I make a policy. Most of my machinery I buy from India.
Okay.
I buy from India. This is a thing.
Okay.
So I send some of my staff here. So we started to train the local people here. So there will be a lot of employment to the local people.
That is excellent.
Yeah.
Now, sir, from whatever you have told me and whatever little information I have gathered myself,
Okay.
it seems to me like this Ganoderma is something that has a preventive effect on all human diseases. I mean, is that possible? Like one single herb, or should I say mushroom rather,
Yeah.
having such kind of an effect on humans?
Yeah. I think there's always the question people are asking me all around the world. You see, we have a wide range of testimony on all sorts of disorders of the bodies. Then people asking me the basic question: why a single herbs can have such a vast effect? So my study has shown that actually it is not the herbs, it is the body.
I see.
It's the body.
Okay.
So you see, human being exists long before any medical system.
True.
This is a thing. So the human body actually is the most important factors to prevent a disease. So if you have a balanced body,
Right.
the ecosystem of the body is balanced, then normally you are free from disease.
Right.
This is a thing. So Ganoderma in itself do not prevent disease or do not cure disease.
Okay.
It is in itself. You see.
Okay.
So Ganoderma only work on the cells of your body. You regulate the cells. You strengthen the membranes, activate the nucleus, everything. Then your whole bodies will be activated in a balanced state. Then the body prevent a disease.
Right.
For example, even if a person who do not take health food, but if a regular sleep, a stressless life, a balanced life, like these yogis, everything, they are also free from disease. This is the thing. So prevention of disease, first thing first is you must have a balanced body.
Right.
Then Ganoderma, the role of Ganoderma is not to prevent the disease, but it's to help you to regulate the body, then the body prevents the disease.
Right. So it's more of a supplement than a medicine.
It's what they call, it's also not a supplement in a sense, because Ganoderma is very nutritious and it contains more than 300 types of these active ingredients.
Okay.
But due to its good, strong effect in balancing the bodies and the bodies treating the disease, so some country like Thailand, like this what they call Indonesia, they classify it as medicines.
Okay.
And some country like Singapore and Europe country, they classify it as foods, So that's very much depend on the authority also.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems to me, from what I hear about your product,
Yeah.
your biggest strategic challenge in India
Yeah.
would be the right marketing strategy.
Yes.
So how do you plan to market DXN's product in India?
Yeah. Actually, not only India, our marketing strategy throughout the world actually is the same.
Is that so?
The same.
Okay.
So a few things is our belief now. First, we believe that simplicity rule the world. We provide a simple system.
Okay.
So our product range is very simple.
Right.
Our marketing plan very simple.
Right.
The structure of the company is very simple.
Right.
Then secondly, whatever we do, there must be a basic morality, as I said, trustworthiness. So when we approach the market, you must approach it in a right way, not hit and run a person.
Right.
Not in a way that to make good money, like the money games, everything. So we believe if you do it right, you do it honestly, you spend a lot of effort to train people to go back to the basic.
Right.
This I think the basic of this thing. So when everybody are working hand in hand in such a system, then we should be successful. Because that is the best system.
True.
Some company they fail because they go for money games.
Right.
They misuse the system to make a lot of money just by recruiting people.
Right.
Then some people, they're in a hit and run method. They
Right.
go, this a thing, they amass some money, then they disappear from the market. So
Right.
of course they will fail because they have not approached the market in a right way.
Right. So can I pry a bit and ask you about DXN's organizational culture? Is it strictly hierarchical, or do you have a different work environment? How is it?
Yeah. Actually, it's not hierarchy. What they call it's not in a strict hierarchies.
Okay.
So when the people they associate with us, they actually are free distributor. Yeah,
Right.
distributor. So
Right.
we train them to take this as their own business. No, they are not our employee. They are not associate with us in a strict employment sense. They are free distributor. So they join us. Then we
Right.
provide a system to them, and this is a fair system.
Right.
And this is not a pyramid system.
I
Because if anybody who work hard, they can they can even have a higher position than the upline.
I
This
see.
thing. So
Okay.
it's not a pyramid system.
I
It's not
see.
a hierarchy system.
Right.
This is the thing. So in short, we provide a good system to a good and simple system to the society.
Right.
So when people join us, we train them to take it as their own business.
Right.
Then they are basic training on that.
Right.
So eventually they will be successful.
Right.
So once they are successful, the company will be successful. So that is our basic approach to the market.
So this system you're talking about,
Yes, sir.
you've told me earlier that it's now about 300,000 people
In
rather
India?
strong.
Yeah.
So how do we become a part of the system?
That means, to become part of this system is very simple. First, you need to get someone
Right.
who is associated with DXN. I mean, the member of DXN.
Right.
So you can explain, ask him to explain to you
Right.
what is our system, what is our products. So if you're interested, then you can join as a member. You pay some member fees, join
Right.
as a member, and it's a lifelong membership. You know,
Okay.
once you join a member, you can enjoy it throughout this.
Okay.
And we are using this one world, one market. I mean, in India, even you join a member in India. Next time you go to America, you go to Hong Kong, Malaysia, you're still a member.
Oh, excellent.
This is the thing. And this is a one world, one market system actually.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's how it works.
Yes.
Now, apart from all this,
Yeah.
obviously this program is called Millennium Leaders.
Millennium leaders.
Right. Can I ask you to trace your success story from the start of DXN to where you are now? Can I
Yeah.
ask you to trace your story in a nutshell?
So actually, you mean to describe it in a
Right. How you started DXN?
Yeah.
The phases through which you have been through.
Yeah. I think DXN we have gone through 3 basic phases. So first we call the R&D.
Right.
So before we do anything successful, we must spend a lot of effort, to
I see.
study.
Okay.
To study about the products and to study about the system, what our system we are using. So that phases normally people do not see it, because
Right.
that one we do it in a private.
Right.
That take about from 1984
Right.
until about 1992, 93. So 7 or 8 years. So after that, the second phase is the development of the business.
Right.
So after you have do many years of R&D and research, then we finally go into the market. So we launch it in the market.
Right.
So that time we have tried, it's a development stage, initial stage. We try in Malaysia first.
Okay.
So after we are successful in Malaysia, so we thought that if anything is successful in one place, it should be successful in the other place.
Right.
So the third phase is a duplication phase. So
Right.
we duplicate what we have done in Malaysia.
Right.
to various
Duplication
countries.
as an expansion.
Yeah, duplication. Because business, what is important is duplication. Because you see, 1 can duplicate into 2,
Right.
2 into 4 is a geometrical this expansion.
Right.
Just as a simple statistic, in 1993,
Right.
for the 1 whole year, we only recruited about 300 to 400 people
Okay.
in 1 year. But until 2 days, so we are about 8 years or 9 years in the market, we already have 2 million members throughout the world. This is how it is multiplying.
That's very impressive.
So duplication is very important. Yeah.
So, well, speaking of duplication and expansion,
Yes.
now as you've already started your operations in India,
Okay.
do you plan to manage that personally? I mean, do you plan to head your Indian operations yourself, or would that be an autonomous unit of DXN?
Oh, it's a completely autonomous.
Is that
Actually, we don't have a HQ system in our listing, So we believe that, you see, for example, now our Malaysian member,
Right.
they come to India. So they expand our business in India. Then from India now they expand to Bangladesh, to Sri Lanka. Some of them go to Dubai,
Right.
to South Africa. So all of this will be handled by our Indian staff here.
Right.
Our Indian staff. Some of them even go to the Europe and all these things. So actually, it's not only autonomous. No, it's already become part and integrated part of DXN. So it helps us to expand throughout the world.
Right. Now, coming back to your system,
Yes.
did you mean to say that if we wanted to get our hands on DXN's products,
Okay.
there isn't any other way but to become a member of your system?
Yes, exactly. Because why? Because we do not promote it through these shops and supermarkets in a
Right.
simple way. Because this is what they call this product. We need explanation.
True.
We need to explain to people what is Ganoderma and everything. And some people, after taking Ganoderma, the immune system become better. So when immune system become better, there is some cleansing effect.
Right.
There is some regulation effects. So people mistaken it for side effect. Actually, it's not a side effect.
Right.
So we need people to explain. So you cannot use conventional methods to promote these products.
Obviously, you are more than successful. Is there a recipe for your success? Because if there is, I'm sure people, including myself, would be more than interested to know what that is.
Yeah. Now, we believe to be successful, it's very simple. So first of all, you need to spend a lot of time to prepare yourself.
Right.
To prepare yourself, and you don't take chance. Do not take chance. That's first thing. Secondly, what you do, there must be some ethical and some moral element in it. You do not cheat. You provide services to people. Now, if you provide good service to people, you provide good products to people because of your good research. There's no reason why you provide the best to the people. So when people are satisfied with your service, when people are comfortable with your philosophy, they will join you and they become a lifelong partnership with us. That's why we become successful.
Right. Well, you have started DXN, you have passed your R&D, well, now you're into your duplication stage.
Okay.
20 years from now, where do you see DXN?
Oh, 20 years from now. 20 years from now, I think we should be established in most of the country with the phase that we are going in. And 20 years from now, I think we are not only having this marketing venture.
Right.
So most probably we will come up with the institute.
Right.
Now the medical institute to teach on this gynotherapy, the
Excellent.
higher institute. So maybe we also have this what they call a big this R&D section.
Right.
For this all this day-to-day this health complaints. So another thing is that we also establish this charity section.
Right.
So we ask all the members to contribute for the poorest people and all these things.
Right.
So that will be the vision that we are coming in.
So, does that sound like, apart from DXN's product being, useful and all that, DXN by itself is an excellent investment opportunity?
Yes, exactly. You see, we always ask people, you don't invest in the area which you first thing. You must invest in, so you must be trained before you invest anything.
Right.
Now, you see, DXN, we give opportunity a training facility to train the people to understand about our venture.
Okay.
And when they invest, they do not invest much money, To join a member, they only require 850 rupees. This thing, and we give them big kit, beautiful kits and,
Right.
and information, everything,
Good.
and we give them free trainings. So when they are comfortable with DXN, so maybe they also take out some money
Right.
to buy the product from us,
Right.
and it's money back guarantee. I mean, if they are not satisfied with it, they can always refund the product to us. These are the thing. So actually, it's not exactly an investment of money. It's more on an investment of times and effort to study.
Right.
So I think that will be the safest and the best investment. And the return is very good, you know. Some of them, they can make even 1 million or 2 million rupee per month.
Really?
The top earner.
Well,
they would,
very few people in India make that kind of money, believe me.
I think they are coming up, no. I believe in 1 or 2 years to come, there will be these leaders coming up in India.
Very good, excellent.
Yeah.
Within India, is there anything particular that you have noticed about the Kerala market?
Oh, Kerala market,
Yeah.
Yeah, Kerala actually is one of our important markets, no, and it's one of our pioneer markets, in
Is that
India.
so?
We started in Tamil Nadu, then immediately followed by this, as you see in Kerala, the literacy rate is very high.
That is true.
So when we train the people here, I think the training come out very fast, no, and people will accept this system very quickly.
Right.
And from Kerala, they expand to the north, no, like to Gujarat, like to Assam, to most part of India, and not only that, they also brought it to this Gulf state, to South Africa, and all these things. So I think we have a very good response in this state.
Yeah, that sounds very sensible.
Yeah.
What would be your future plans for DXN?
Yeah. Actually, basically, DXN, I think our future plan, of course, is something to do with our vision, our mission and our vision. These are the things. So our mission is that we want to make people healthy. So we provide natural products, good products to making people healthy. Secondly, our vision is that we want to make people to eradicate poverty, to improve the living standard, healthy. This is the thing. So in short, we are going to expand the system throughout the world. So bring around these two concepts. They mean to make people healthy and wealthy. Okay?
And well, you are obviously a very successful businessman. How big a role, or how important a role, have your family played in your success story?
Oh, I think family play an extremely important role. I say, for example, when I first started my business, I get a lot of advice from parents, my mom and also my fathers. They also give me a lot of advices. So when we physically started this thing, so they also in charge in the production and everything. So later on, my brother, who also come assist me of the internal management, then even my sister. Oh, you can say we bring in all the family members, no? Inclusive of my wife and everything. So we cooperate together to have a successful rate. So sometimes we have difficult times in the business. So rosy all the while. So when we are in difficult times, it is always the support from the family member feel us that is worthwhile to continue. So I think family member play an extremely important role.
So having said all this,
as
a final question towards you. What kind of an assurance can you give us, the people of India, about the quality of DXN's products?
You see, every company, they will say that their quality is the best in the world.
True.
So first of all, now you ask me how to assure the quality for you. So for myself, I cannot, program my product's quality. But what we can do, let's say if you go to a hotel, you can have a 5-star hotel or 4-star hotel, basically the quality of a hotel. Okay. Now when you build a hotel yourself, you cannot self-program it to be 5-star or 4-star. It must be certified by a authorized third party. And in that aspect, DXN, we have get quite a few international certification.
Really?
First, we have this GMP, good manufacturing practice for our factories. This thing. Secondly, that is on this pharmaceuticals production. Then we must have a standard process, so that will be organized by ISO 9002. Then we also have one certification from Australia. There's TGA, Therapeutic Goods Administration, that's recognized in a 22 advanced country. And finally, because we say that it is it is organically planted, it's environmental friendly, we do not use any chemical, so we need to be certified by ISO 14001. So with all these certifications, so I can assure you, actually our quality is of a very good, good quality and stabilized production. And other than that, we go to many countries. Now, like in Indonesia, it also certified as a Jamu. Jamu is a Indonesian traditional medicines. Then in India, recently we also certified under this Ayurvedic. So it's a assurance to our customer. This of good this QC on that. Actually, there is a lot of misunderstanding about this, about this Ganoderma, because they do not know about the QC behind the thing. That's why just now we mentioned about the heavy metals.
True.
Because the problem is not with Ganoderma. The problem is how you process the thing. Then sometimes people also do not understand the thing. So they come up with funny theory, you know. Like recently, there's some theory is that taking Ganoderma will frozen the insulin inside the body. It's good for diabetes, but it's bad for our pancreas. So these are very funny theories. They doesn't know anything about Ganoderma. Ganoderma is nothing but edible mushroom, you know. How can an edible mushroom having such a function? And until today, in the medical science, there's no known chemical or things can frozen insulin. Secondly, there are also this something to do with quality, you know. When mentioned about quality, not only thing people wanted to know about the goodness, they wanted to know about the long-term effects, no? This is the thing. So there also a lot of theories. They say, oh, you don't take Ganoderma for a long time, so it affect your kidneys and your liver. Now we're asking back, what are the things affect the kidneys? It might be the harmful chemicals. It must be harmful additive.
True.
So our cultivation is of this natural cultivation method. We do not put any additive, not even water. These are the thing, and it's already so much experiment has been carried out for the toxicity test. So there shouldn't be any worry about that. This have a long-term effect on kidneys. You have to worry if your QC system is not right. They mean when you process some heavy metal go into the process because you're using an insecticide to control insect.
Yes.
Like yesterday we have a meeting in Cochin. Some people are asking me, how do you kill the insect inside your farm? Oh, we say we practice ahimsa, no? Or we don't kill anything. This thing we live along with the insect.
Is that true?
Yeah, this thing, because we put a clean environment. Normally in a clean environment, and then we cover it up with a net. No insect will come in actually. So this thing. So the problem I am telling people, the problem is not with Ganoderma. The problem is your QC process. Is a thing, and the problem whether you add anything into the thing, maybe unknowingly, like weedicide or insecticide, and what they call, and also this your process, your water are contaminated. So we do not use all chemicals. We never use. We're not even using water. So this should not be a worry about that it will affect the kidneys or liver, everything. And on top of that, also we have a long-term study, and the scientists have studied Ganoderma for the past 50 years. There's not a single case of kidney damage or liver damage as a result of Ganoderma per se. But there's always a big but, you know. But there is a lot of damages due to your QC are not right. Because of the contaminated waters, or your farm system are not right. Some company, they do not produce their own Ganoderma, they buy from farmer.
So DXN's quality control is more than enough assurance for its products.
Yeah. More than that. You see.
That is very comforting to hear.
Yeah. Because not only that, we also say we are one dragon company. We produce a raw material by our own. So we produce it in our own GMP factory. We sell on our own. So the quality will be very
monitored.
Monotonous, and it's a one-stop process. So you can assure that from the beginning to the end.
Dr. Lim, it was an absolute pleasure talking to you. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and I sincerely hope that DXN will be very soon a known name in every Indian household.
Yeah, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if anything, what we have understood from having talked to Dr. Lim is that amidst all our sorrows, problems and negations, there is still hope for tomorrow. It's nothing but hard work, dedication and thorough research that will pave our way towards a better society.
came to know about this Ganoderma through a doctor friend of mine and was very interested in knowing about the action of this Ganoderma and started learning more about this, and I can just tell you that it has got a high medicinal value which detoxifies our body and balances our body and is helpful in many chronic illnesses today. So with this background I started advising many of my people, and here I have got two good people who have experienced this product and have got very good health benefits. One such is Mr. Kuppuswamy, who will be explaining to you how his mother has improved after consuming this Ganoderma.
My mother was chronic diabetic for decades, was diagnosed for TB and was medicated. She had a chronic gastritis problem which led to a month of only liquid food. In search of the treatment, I met Dr. Malthi who advised DXN, which has really improved, greatly improved my mother. And my mother is now sitting and talking to you in before you just because of this DXN, I can put it that way. To add some more thing, her left toe was amputated for toe ulcer, but the symptoms in the right small finger is not even traceable after taking DXN. I think it's really wonderful to have this medicine for chronic patients. It should be true. I thank Dr. Malthi once again.
I'm Sona Cheya with chronic, from 3 years I was suffering with chronic ankle ulcer which was not healing. With the complete bed rest taking for 6 months, it used to heal again. Soon after I start walking, it used to open up. And my Dr. Malthi, who is a more friend than a doctor, told me when she came to my house on 18th March 2000 before launching it in Madras. So I trusted her and started taking this. Then actually after 1.5 months, it started improving my blood circulation, which was the main problem for my ankle, which was not healing my ulcer. So it started healing and tissues started forming in my ulcer, and after 9-10 months it completely healed and skin was tender, and after 1 year it was completely fine, and now I'm walking like a normal person.
3 years back when Dr. LIM came to India with RGGL, that's the DXN Ganoderma lucidum, a rare mushroom which is very famous in Chinese medicine for the last 4,300 years, and research has been going on it for the last 30 years. So we were ready to accept it and introduce it to India because it is a best of the nature product which the DXN company has given to us in the best of the scientific technology for the best of our health, and we have come to know its action in preventing our health disorders, as it contains all the ingredients which are essential micronutrients like vitamins, minerals, amino acids, along with 200 compounds of active elements which can make our dysfunction of the body organ into functional state.
We start DXN in India April 2000. So far DXN already operating in 17 countries. India become country number 9. We are promoting this product in MLM concept. MLM means multi-level marketing. Why we promoting this concept? Because it will bring a lot of job opportunity for the distributors. Till today, we have a 3 lakhs distributor in entire India, and also we have 1,000 stockists entire India. We are also promoting this product through stockists also member with monthly programs. We also have a mission in future, going to set up our own factory and farm. Initially we set up a part of factory in Pondicherry, and now we are manufacturing our own. We are also planning to exporting products from here to other countries.